I love CNN. I just watched Obama prepared to tap petroleum reserve. I'll put a link below. Um, he's calling the economy a recession. So let's look at the definition. In economics, a recession is a business cycle contraction, a general slowdown in economic activity. During recessions, many macroeconomic indicators vary in similar way. Production as measured by gross domestic product, employment, investment spending, capital utilization, household incomes, business profits, and inflation all fall during recessions, while bankruptcies and unemployment rate rises. So we are definitely seeing a recession, which is what Obama is calling it. Recessions generally occur when there is a widespread drop in spending, often following an adverse supply shock or the busting of an economic bubble. So that sounds like if the 1% of the population have all of the money and they're all saving their money and not putting it into the economic flow, you're going to create a recession. So let's look at the definition of depression. In economics, a depression is a sustained long-term downturn in economic activity in one or more economies. It is more severe downturn than a recession, which is seen by economists as part of a modern business cycle. Considered by some a rare and extreme form of recession, a depression is characterized by its length, by abnormally large increases in unemployment, falls in the availability of credit, often due to some kind of banking financial crisis, shrinking output as buyers dry up and supplies cut back on production and investment, large number of bankruptcies, including sovereign debt defaults, significantly reduced amounts of trade and commerce, especially internationally, as well as highly volatile relative currency value fluctuations, most often due to devaluations. Price deflation, financial crisis, and bank failures are also common elements of depression. They are not normally a part of a recession. So I'll put a link to the CNN story. Here is your president who is calling your economic state right now a recession. Banks are closing. Bankruptcies are increasing. This is a depression. Don't kid yourself. So the question you've got to ask is, why would you want to follow somebody who doesn't know the difference between a recession and a depression yet? Is any plan that he comes up with going to make any logic sense if he doesn't even know economics yet? And it's like, who are you going to listen to? Will you listen to somebody that actually says we are in a depression? At least know where you are to be able to know how to pull yourself out. It's going to take a completely different mindset to solve the problems of today than the mindset that's creating it. Science has proven there are patterns within patterns within patterns. They are all repetitive. We repeat the same patterns over and over and over again if we don't change the mindset. Now, is Obama a little crazy for not knowing economics while being a president? Or are the people who follow more crazy than Obama? I mean, you gotta at least use some common sense that this guy is not worth listening to. And just about every politician that's going ain't worth listening to either. They don't seem to have the mindset to pull us out. I first of all would listen to the guy that says we're in a depression. I would also listen to the guy that is saying the one with the money has to put money into the flow of the economic system. That doesn't mean start a business so they can profit more. That doesn't mean giving them more money. That doesn't mean giving them tax write-offs. That doesn't mean that they get to make more money and don't have to be financially responsible and accountable. That seems to be the most insane plan going. That means they get to keep richer. That is your welfare system. And I'm on a welfare system. I am the bottom end of a welfare system that's created by government. I don't want to be here. It's not that I'm stupid or lazy. At least I can call a spade a spade. At least I know the definition between recession and depression, yet I'm on a welfare system. These big corporations, these banking systems, are also on a welfare system. Just because they have more money in their pocket when they get their little bailout, like I get my bailout, they're richer than me when they get their bailout. You know, judges, and police. Why would you follow a police and a judge when they can't even arrest people that are criminals? To defraud people out of their money, because this wasn't intentional. These really psychopathic CEOs are intentionally crashing the global economic system through crimes that it's on the books. It's a criminal act. Why are they not being arrested? Why is it legal for a corporation to kill people? Why is Bill Gates allowed to kill people with a product that he sells? I would think that that's a crime. But we are not seeing police do their jobs. We are not seeing judges, prosecute criminals. It's just the lower end, that if you are hungry and you have the human right to food, and the only way these elites, these presidents say, okay, we're not going to let you work to earn your food, what other way is there other than to steal your food from the guy that's hoarding it? The guy that's hoarding it is basically putting a target on their back saying, come get your food through stealing it from me. I don't want you to work and be productive. I want you to get your food through theft. And the mindset of government has created all these FEMA camps and all of these jails because that's what they're trying to do is, okay, we don't want you to get your food the right way, the moral way. We want you to steal it. And then after you steal it, then we'll put you in a jail. And then do what? Work for you? Kill you? Kill you more? The only way that you're going to gain strength is you got to start learning how they did this black market. It's as soon as you develop any kind of system that is functioning, but you don't want to agree with it, you go into the black market. The black market is where things work that are going against a flawed system. So that's where we need to go, is get into a black market. Get what you need through labor, because black market, there's still labor in a black market. A black market is the market that the global economy, the masses agree, let's call it a white market. Now we've defined that, the leaders, Obama, pick any president, even my prime minister here in Canada, as long as they're in agreement with a welfare system, it's a white market. So to actually function in something that would work is called a black market. And a black market has its own currency. You're waiting for these idiots to create their own dollar, and then they're going to manipulate you to, believe in this market. It is the philosopher's stone. Let's put a philosophy behind this dollar, a philosophy behind this rock that's shiny and gold. Let's put a value on this rock that's silver looking and manipulate you into giving it value, and then you can base your economy on it. The problem is that the ones that have all the money are, the ones that are doing the philosophizing of just a stone, of a currency, are the ones that have the control over it. They're the ones that own most of it. And the only way they get control of it is if you buy into it. But we, the people at the bottom, can do that ourselves. We can create our own dollar value and just put value into it. I say it should be water. I think water is a perfect way of, it's still a thing, it's still matter, but it needs a philosophy in order for you to give it value. And generally, if you have something of value, you want to make sure it's there all the time, especially if you need to consume it. Every single human on this planet happens to require water. So you don't ever want your water to be consumed to the point where you have none. You want to make sure there's a constant flow of water all the time. So water then becomes something that is precious. You take very good care of it. You make sure the flow of water is continually always there. You always want your water to be healthy so that it would be productive in your new economic system. It also can be designed in a way that it's never ending. We've got a never-ending supply of water. It's always there. It gets transformed into many different things, but it always can be transformed back into pure, clean water that everybody can drink. And it should be something that's available to everybody. Water should be available to everybody on the planet. Not just those who can afford it, but it should be spread equally to everyone. But it can be designed in a way that makes things flow. It gets complicated, but I suggest that let's not put gold or silver, let's put water. And one of the biggest dangerous things is the corporate world's going to start wanting to own water, and then you're going to have to pay for water. And there's no, go with the flow. Don't go with the energy. Don't go against it. Just make we the people own the water, and not these corporate worlds that are trying to create ownership on it. Everybody on the planet should have ownership. If you drink water, you should own it. You are the banking system, because 90% of you is water. It's like if they want to own water, it's like they're going to own a part of you. So you need to be the owner of your own water and control your own water, your consumption of it in every way, shape, or form. I know it sounds a little weird, but it takes a completely new mindset to get out of this pattern that's creating everything that's wrong. So when something really weird shows up, try to understand what's weird, because it is a totally different mindset, and it is only a completely different mindset that will pull us out. Water makes your food grow. Water makes a body healthy. There's a lot more to water than what you realize. And if we put value in it to the point of this is how our economic systems work, because of, we are worshiping water. When you worship water and not money, trust the planet will be a hell of a lot healthier. Try to understand that one. Completely new concept. At least I know the difference between a recession and a depression. Peace out.